Hey, what's going on, guys? Me, Jedi. So, a couple days ago, we heard about the death of George Floyd, and there are many different assumptions to that, whether it was an accident or a murder. That's for you guys to decide, and if you want to learn more, go watch my video on that. But today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the protest that kind of broke out of that. And, we've been hearing a lot of bad news and good news about the protest. So I kind of wanted to just, blend all of that, put it into one video, and just put it out there for you guys. And I'll also give you guys an opinion of what I think about the protest. And that's basically what's going to happen in this video. So, let's go. Alright, so basically, the whole protest idea started after George Floyd's death. It kind of like elevated to a next level because the way that the Black Lives Matter movements looked at it was the fact that it was a murder. So what they decided to do was they decided to protest, and it started off as a peaceful protest to just fight for their rights. So they're just protesting for their rights. And just like all the other protests, it started off perfectly peaceful, and it didn't elevate to anything until a little bit further. What happened was they started going into stores, and they started looting stores. They started damaging stores, and what that ended up doing was it kind of caused the police to go and further investigate it, which then later caused more like allegations from other people and people not supporting them. And instead of it being like a protest, it kind of turned into like a huge violence mob mentality kind of. It had like a different vibe to it. So what happened was the police had to shut it down, and they had to shoot them with tear gas, and it was just completely it was just completely disastrous. And that kind of resulted into the president making some claims and many people getting offended. So it kind of like completely aggravated it. So basically what happened was it was just a normal protest. It got violent. So I think that it's okay to have protests if they're peaceful protests, because at the end of the day, we need to be able to share our opinion. So our ancestors did that too. They were just walking, and they just wanted people to know what they were doing. So they just stopped using public transportation, and they started like walking down the streets, and they just used their voices. And I think that's perfectly fine. If you're gonna do a peaceful protest, then you should be allowed to do that, because we are in America. You have the freedom of speech, and you have the right to do it. But the minute that it starts going into the point where you're looting stores, where you're hitting other people, where you are violent, that's when it gets out of hand, and I don't think you should be allowed to do that, because at that point you're not really looked at as a protester, and I feel like you're going against what you're actually fighting for, because you're fighting for equality, but because the goal of the whole fight and the goal of the whole protest is to stop violence against all races, right? Because of course the Black Lives Matter movement is directed towards the black people and how they're always being targeted, and that's their take on it. So then basically they say that they want to fight so then there's no more violence against black people, and that all people are treated equally, and I agree with that. But like you're not really like you're kind of being a hypocrite if you're gonna go and loot stores. So that's my take on it. So I think at the end of the day, we should all be able to do peaceful protests as long as it's not violent, because that's not what we're fighting for. So my personal take is I think that everybody's equal, all colors are the same, and as a human we all have our rights. So we can definitely protest, but keeping it peaceful, just like the way that our ancestors did it, just like Martin Luther King himself. We can use him as a role model, learn from him the way he did it, and just be peaceful. So that's my take on it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. And guys, if you have any further doubts about this, go DM me, guys. I got so many DMs from so many people. I'm very happy, guys. Make sure you guys go DM me further. Tell me pretty much everything you want to know, and I'll definitely get back to you guys within 24 hours. So guys, go to Instagram at Jedi. Follow me, guys, right there. Go ahead, go to Instagram, type that in. Go DM me, guys. I will respond to everything. All right, guys. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Boom, right here. Subscribe to me, guys. And like this video, share and comment. I'll see you guys tomorrow.